Hello everyone, dear friends, and today I have an interesting idea for an organizer box for your notes. All we need is colored paper, optionally colored cardboard, and it can also be decorative paper for decoration. I recently got it, those who watch the channel know, also a ruler, pencil, something auxiliary like that. Here I have this file. To draw lines instead of a pencil, it can be a non-writing pen, glue like scotch. Tape is perfect, double-sided if desired, and scissors. The first thing we will take is an A4 sheet of colored paper. The first thing we need to do is divide it. Vertically, we divide our sheet into 2 equal parts using a ruler. On one side, it measures 21 centimeters. We divide it in half, which gives us 10.5 centimeters. We make a mark on one side, then on the other, and draw a straight line with a pencil. Next, we make parallel marks on one side and the other, 1.5 centimeters apart. Right here, along the entire length, and on the other side, parallel, like this, it's more visible. On one side, we place the ruler. I have already made all the marks. 1.5, 1.5, and so on to the very end. At the end, we have an extra centimeter, which we will cut off or cut later. And on the other side, on the other hand, the same thing. Now let us carefully take some sturdy, hard surface, such as a wooden board, to ensure we avoid damaging your valuable table, and then gently take a life file. As I mentioned, you can use a non-writing pen or a special tool, and we trace along the marks of 1.5 centimeters to, like this, such lines to make it easy to fold. Now we see everything is ready. The lines are drawn, and only now can we divide our sheet along the lines we traced at the very beginning. With a pencil in half. We did this simply to avoid doing double work. Now we've done everything simultaneously at once, and we'll have 2 identical parts ready. I mentioned there remains 21. More precisely, we see a segment of 1 centimeter. It doesn't match, it turned out a bit smaller. We cut it off, we won't need it. Just like this, with 2 sheets at once. That's it. Now we fold it into an accordion. This is very easy to do. With the drawn lines, both parts, we quickly turn into an accordion like this. There you go. It's ready. Next we will need squares. A total of 10 squares. Size in we prepared 2 parts like this, side by side with the squares. We take glue and start gluing ourselves. We start from the beginning. Look at the position in which my parts are lying. In the same position, we apply tobacco glue to the very first ones on both sides. And we glue a square to them. It matches in size. So if suddenly the size of your squares, your accordions, let's call them that, is larger, then take a square of the appropriate size. We glued the first part and then everything is simple. We fold here, one part of the accordion on one side, the other on the other side, and we apply glue to the next parts. We do this until the very end. We take the next square and carefully glue it. Thus, we form the first cell. Here it is, we see it here. And continue further, folding one by one from one side. On the other side, we apply glue. And indeed, only the last square remains. Look at what we have. These are the cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 9 cells and 10 squares. So our cells have no bottom. And now we are making a cover for our organizer. I will make the cover from thick paper. If you don't have any, you can use regular colored paper such as, so we will need a piece, buy some, and we need to divide it. We make parallel marks. 4 cm. 10 and 7 chain. Again, 4 centimeters. And again, 10 and 7 centimeters. We transfer exactly the same marks down. And we simply take a ruler and draw the lines. Do we make folds along our drawn lines? We got a cover like this. We take the organizer, and now you will see how perfectly everything matches. We place the organizer inside. And this is how our cover turns out. Now we connect the two parts. I will be using double-sided tape. We apply glue or tape to our squares. We don't touch these 4 centimeters. This is how it turned out, and we see that we only lack a fastener. This length is not enough for us, although you can still close the organizer. This is how we see it, but I want to make it into a box, and I will glue it on. On top, this piece of paper, which will serve as a fastener like this. I will make this kind of fastener, and I drew a template with a pencil and cut it out. So that the organizer closes from the top. I will glue this piece of paper. And now let's start decorating our box. In my opinion, it turned out really great. If you liked it too, give it a thumbs up. In such an organizer, you can store anything you want. Perhaps these will be some very important notes, some events that you need to remember. It can also be photographs and many different notes. For example, these could be poems for those who love to write, or drawings for those who love to draw. Anything you like? Thank you for being with me and watching this video until the end. I am especially grateful to you. All the best to you. See you soon and in new videos. Bye bye.